Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now the live trade signals lighting up like a Christmas tree, right? And in particular, the majors. Now, I've been sort of saying for some time, there's a lot of good value in the crosses, but when the US dollar has clear direction, there's huge value in the major currency pairs, and that's because it's got the major majority of volume, liquidity, and when it's all moving nice and smooth you want to be a part of that nice slow moving wave, right? So I'm sort of really highlighting three pairs here that I've got Primetime Pro tuned into. Uh, Euro sterling and dollar yen, right? Dollar yen, the beast looks very good, right? And it's amazing. This is really like the first time in a long time where we've had sort of pure markets, right? And what I mean by that is just markets that are moving based on what is happening fundamentally, right? What's happening out there. Okay. And, with all the trauma from Trump's tariffs and all these other things, we're back to a market that is actually behaving the way it should. Now, don't get so caught up about the bonds. Yeah, US bonds are a little bit higher, but that's a different story now that the Moody's downgraded the US government, bit of a shift in the dollar, excuse me. And, the currency pairs have just been reset here. So there's not much sort of to see as we go into the start of the Asian day. But you look at your charts, right? And you should be able to start to see very clearly where the opportunities are, right? Euros going up, sterling's going up. I'm leaving Aussie and Kiwi on their own and a bit of a dog's breakfast dollar CAD. But dollar yen looks supreme. And you know what? You wouldn't be far off putting trying to get short dollar Swiss there as well. Right. So it's just a matter like this is where we are at this stage of the week. I wish this could just last like forever. The UK CPI numbers are out of the way, right? And it was a little bit weird, I got to say, to be honest. Really strong numbers, whether that was factored in or whether it was one of those, numbers that has the way the UK do calculate their numbers, it could be just an anomaly that there's a massive spike with previous numbers. But just having a look here at uh, sterling, sorry, euro, right? Just this is all you need to be doing is actually just fine tuning your charts. You've got a new start of a new support trend line. Okay, you got two touches coming up to the third. The bankers will be anticipating the third touch. You've got the bull bear pivot line going up, and it's almost oversold. I wish it could just go down a little bit further. That's the only thing I want to get, I would like to see, right? Ideally. But this is the sort of same framework that we're seeing on sterling, right? And as I was saying, dollar yen just looks amazing, and I would be drawing in this extra sort of trend line here. And all I'm doing with that is getting confidence and reassurance that the market is going to be looking at that. Like you cannot tell me that the market is not looking at these trend lines and the movement in dollar yen, right? And notice this isn't being pushed, right? There's no like pressure on the BOJ to hike rates to get the yen higher, right? Dollar lower, yen higher. That's what we're talking about. So, and then you come back over to looking where these trend lines are. You could be using Ichimoku Trader and or Trendline Trader to get into a trade here, right? Now, my preference at the moment is because I'm just sort of doing a few other things. I don't want to have to think about it, right? I want this to be triggered at the exact same spot. So I've got sterling set up here, right? Only buy is my preference there, obviously. It's going up. Dollar yen, only sell. And if I just show you euro, we've only got an only buy in there as well. So there's like I'm just trying to just get onto this trend now. Now it's in play. Now it's time to let Primetime Pro go to work and don't expect you can't expect everything to get triggered in one moment, right? But euro does sort of look good. I'd love to see, as I said, just drift a little bit lower, get a set, and then you sit back and let the market do its work. So really good conditions today, guys, leading into the end of the week. You look at if I can just get my web page back up, um, come back into your economic calendar. The good thing about this is as well, right? There's no like crazy head kicking numbers coming out, right? That are going to really disrupt the market. Like those UK CPI numbers yesterday were really strong, terrible price action. So you knew something was up, but we don't have that sort of hiccup today, right? There's a whole bunch of flash PMI numbers and the bits and pieces. These are all peripheral numbers that sort of paint the picture of what's going on. But you know what? The trend is already in play. And I don't see any of these numbers changing that. And that's what I'm sort of really sort of chuffed about at the moment. All right, guys. So there's not much more to do, really. This is like genuine markets. Yeah, sure. Keep an eye on any sort of random news that might be coming out. But generally speaking, everything's in play. It's time to let the tools go to work. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.